Is that good? Okay, yes, please.
In your professional work, how much percentage of work have you done on Unix and Solaris Linux side, and how much was on Windows side?
Okay, I'm going to have to apologize. When I was in the Army, I was too close to too many generators and too many computers. There's a mic set up in the back. I have a really problem hearing sometimes, so I apologize. If we could use the mic, that would be really helpful for me.
Hi. In your professional work, how much percentage of pen testing work have you done on Linux and Unix boxes, and how much was on Windows?
Most of the systems that we play with are actually Linux-based. There's been a huge effort to try to get away from cost. Yes, thank you for attending, everybody. There's been a huge problem as far as costs, so they're trying to find other platforms. I would say the predominant system that's out there is AS400s in our organization, but we are not allowed to touch those because those are, I mean, it's an automatic. We touch it, it crashes. So we know that it's vulnerable from the get-go. But as far as Linux systems, I would say probably most of my effort originally was probably about 80% Unix or Linux or Solaris-based. A lot of Solaris-based systems. It's not Linux, it, branches off BSD. Anyway, but it's the same kind of flavor. Now, recently we've been doing a lot of a huge shift towards network stuff. But to answer your particular question, we do a lot of Unix penetration testing.
Even on in Fortune 50 companies, they have a lot of Solaris and OpenBSD boxes.
Yes, yes, but that's not to say that the trend's not shifting dramatically. It is shifting very dramatically. There was that whole period of time when people were so uncomfortable with Linux that they weren't willing to put their assets, basically their services, which generate them millions of dollars a month or a day, on these boxes. Well, they're doing that now.
Okay, one last comment. On Windows, just like you have Linux Live Series or Unix Live Series, you can create a BART PE, basically,
yes,
live environment, and you probably cannot give it out to people like you can give out Linux Live Series because of licensing issues.
Right.
But you can probably set it up on your box and allow people to.
Yes. I've gone through the idea of the BART PE as well. One of the things that the problem with the BART PE is, for those that aren't familiar with it, is they've designed an operating system that looks and feels like Windows XP. The problem with it is that they had to generate the code themselves. So when you see an exploit for Windows, doesn't mean that it's BART PE is exploitable. So basically what they've done is they've done basically a reverse engineering, look at the man pages, see what it's supposed to do. Same kind of thing that Torvald did when he was dealing with Linux, is what is a service supposed to do, and then generate it according like that. So BART PE is a good tool to use as far as learning Windows and stuff like that. As far as learning how to penetration test Windows, it might be a little questionable. So, thank you. Any other questions, please? Okay, I will be available. I've got a plane at 4, so I've got a couple hours to kick around, and if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate. I can talk about what I just covered here. I can talk about penetration testing in general. I can talk about some cool stuff. So I'd like to thank my, so I'm going to throw out a real thank you real quick. I'd like to thank my wife for all the support she's given me. I'm embarrassing her dramatically here. So, and I also want to say hello to my little girl. She's 8 years old. She's trying to introduce her into the hacker world as early as possible so she can get indoctrinated. So thank you very much.